Hello. So I just woke up. I have no idea how I really look and I don't really care. Just wanted to continue this role, I guess, that I'm on. Yesterday was my day 4, but I haven't made a review of my day 3, so I figured I would go ahead and do that. My day 3, the theme was willingness. No, it wasn't. The theme was love didn't create this, or the affirmation for the day was love didn't create this. And in the last video, I ended it by saying I was looking forward to this day because I could see how that could be very powerful. And sure enough, it had a great impact on my day. And it's not, the funny thing about this, for now anyways, is that that it seems like it has big impacts, but I can't really tell you specifically what it did or how it changed my day or me. I'll see if I can find my notes. Maybe I wrote something down from day 3. Oh yeah, day 3's review. I should look at my fear and what was my fear, and then say, you know, love didn't create this, and then feel it, and see how it had affected my situation and my day. And that I was the situation I reflected on in this way was that I was really angry. There were toys everywhere, and some of them were ruined. I mean, my kids, they destroy everything. They're so creative in their play that they forget what they're doing, and if they feel that they need a piece of paper, they'll tear it out of a book. And then they'll use it for something amazing. They'll use it as a menu card or whatever. But it's, in the end, it's just destroying things. So, and the fear was, yeah, that I hadn't taught my kids to take care of their things, and also fear of being overwhelmed. As I've mentioned, that was my greatest fear, pretty much, that I would be overwhelmed. And then I used the love didn't create this, and it gave an instant relief. I'm just reading up here now. Just to mention the love when I was angry. And I could see the need for control was a lack of love, and to me and for my kids. And lastly, that maybe they and I needed me to be more present and less controlling. So I actually had a bit of an aha, not something I haven't noticed before and something I haven't wanted to work with before, that I tend to try and control situations so they don't take me off guard, instead of just letting things be and letting things happen. So how did the energy shift? I calmed down and was more tuned into my needs and the kids' playfulness. Yeah, so that was a pretty good day. And then I have a random entry. I was just contemplating if I wanted to do this for day 3 or day 4, because day 4 more things happen, but I'm gonna do it now. So I have a random entry and I just had to put it in. I feel desperate. My body and my soul is screaming for me to finally listen, to finally act. I'm trying to request a day or 2 and some alone time, but it's proving really hard to get. It's just proving really hard to get. I asked my kids to leave me for 5 minutes to read, and after arguing a ton about random shit, and after having a row with my daughter, 6 years old, I finally sat down, and my son came insisting I do something, and I ended up grabbing him and just yelling at him My beautiful little baby. My beautiful, always kind little 2-year-old baby. And this is my fear. I fear that I will burst and all my pain will spill over into their cups. The heartache heritage must stop with me. Life can be hard enough without having to deal with other people's shit. So again, it was an aha, something I already knew, but it was a manifestation of it. It was horrible. I wasn't hurting him physically, but I hurt him and I hurt myself, and we just ended up sitting, hugging and sobbing, and I was just so sorry. And after that, my daughter, she is so kind and so loving. It's just she can't do it off the bat. After that, she offered to read a book for him, and they sat and they had a beautiful little moment, and I had my moment. But it was horrible having to go through all the yelling and all the pain to get to that. So one of the things I want to figure out is how to get to that without all the yelling and all the screaming and all the pain. Yeah. I guess that was day 3. I don't know how consistent this was. That was the love didn't create this phase. And yeah, I'm working on letting myself experience more love and letting myself experience more calm. And the thing that I was so frustrated about was that I have been indicating and saying straight out, I need a day or 2 off. I take care of my kid at home, and that's amazing. I wouldn't swap it for anything, but it's also a full-time job. It's not just a full-time, it's all day. Because when Jens gets off his work, he comes home and he has a shift in his day. My only shift is that 2 people more come home and that I have to take care of, pretty much. So yeah, that was yeah, and it's been proving hard to find, and I've been kind of desperate about it, especially now when I've been feeling stuff. Now I'm sitting today with the feeling that maybe I don't have to run away, because I've been looking at 3-day charter vacations to Mallorca and whatever. I just need to get out. It is really a need to be alone. I need to get out, and I'm trying to shift that, or just be with it and say, well, what is it about it that I feel that I need, that I'm desperately clinging to? Not to say it's not possible that I actually do need a vacation, because I probably do, but being able to say, well, it's not going to be today, so how can I happily wait for the time when it comes? Yeah, because now I'm not happily waiting for anything. I'm desperately clinging and desperately surviving, and I want to not do that. On the other hand, we've been having some good days. So yeah, I'm going to stop this now, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.